Cowboy Nation, what up with ya?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yes, sir. We are back again, man. This is a great time to be with you. We got a jam-packed show. Before we get started, I'm your man, T. Drake.
Yes, sir. And I'm your man, Coach T. We are I-70 Entertainment coming straight from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, we are.
Capital
Yes, we
City.
are. Good week last week. We appreciate all of the views and people hopping on. We appreciate you in helping us grow this channel. We're going to ask you that you subscribe, like, and then hit the notification so you know when we're breaking out with something.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You can always pull up and check us out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Coach, got a lot to talk about, man. So I think first thing I want to get into is Dak was out February the 12th at the Cancer Children's Fund.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke for the first time since his injury back in November. So,
Right.
you know, it was good to hear him talk. I wanted to hear what he had to say and also what his comments was, because I knew he was going to get some questions asked to him about Schotty being hired as the new coach. So, Cowboy Nation, let's get it started. We're going to kick off with that. Let's get it rolling.
Let's do it.
Give me a couple.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Thoughts on Schotty becoming the head coach?
Yeah, super excited for him. This opportunity. Obviously, I've worked with him for the last couple of years, understanding the type of coach he is, the type of man he is, the way that he approaches the game. I think the best way to exemplify that is the son of a legendary football coach. He's not going to take anything about this game lightly. He enjoys the work in it. Kind of old-fashioned. I'm looking forward to the grind and some things that we're going to do and he's going to add. And excited for him. I know he's ready for it. He's been an assistant for a long time, and something else I admire is the way that he went on with the interviewing process. When you've been an assistant for 25 to 30 years, I know there's a quarterback coach, I know there's a receiver coach, a D coordinator, and a safety that you can call up without them thinking twice and they're going to come work for you. But for him to go through the due diligence of getting the guys in, interviewing them, and then taking it amongst the other guys that are there and making final decisions, I think speaks highly of his approach and the way that he's going to take care of things.
What do you expect to be different?
Yeah, and then honestly, I think he spoke on it in the press conference, right? And then following this year, we just got to get to running the ball, being a little bit more, consistent on that. And then from there, go back and look at the numbers. I've always enjoyed play action pass, so just being able to get back to that. But you got to start with the run game, and when you have that, the rest of the offense can open up.
But it was good to hear from you, man. 12 weeks, man, since that injury. And that was a tough injury that Dak suffered.
Tore it out the bone, didn't he?
He sure did, man.
That's tough.
He sure did. And, as you can hear what he was saying, man, he is on the mends, and he's starting to work out and ramping up his workouts and things. And looks like he's moving good. He seems like he's in a good spirit, man. That's important. We've made the change, and a lot of the attention has been on Schotty and what he's doing from the head coaching standpoint. But nothing moves without number 4, man. We need this guy to come back, to stay healthy and play at a high level.
Absolutely, and hopefully the plan is that he'll be back for spring when the off-season workouts start, so he can learn. Well, I guess he already basically knows the type of offense that Schottenheimer wants to run, but he's going to learn or teach the team with the other coaches or learn it with his teammates, man, which is great that he's in there in the fire with them, in the spring and summer when all the installation happens.
Great point. Yeah, because a lot of people I think didn't credit as much as it was with CD not being there last year, and that they thinking they're going to be all right. But that, man, you play sports, coach. That chemistry is important, man. You got to get your timing down. You build all your little things, your little signals, your eye glances, and all that stuff. Absolutely. And he's going to have some new guys coming in, man.
Yes,
so that was one thing that I think was really important, and also the things that he was talking about. You can feel like you could tell his comfortability with Schotty. So that was the thing. If you would have had another coach come in, they wouldn't have had that bond. So that is one bonus.
Right, and I think that was a major reason why Jerry Jones chose to stick with Schottenheimer as the coach since he didn't get McCarthy back. What they call it, Dak friendly, and that's a phrase. I keep
Dak
hearing.
hire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And one thing too, I took from his interview is the willingness to talk about how much he is enjoying that we're going to run the football. I mean, everyone that you talk to around the organization, when they get in front of that mic, it's about how we're going to run the football.
Right. And Dak is no fool because he understands. He took the league by storm when he had the top running back, rookie running back. You know what I mean? And so now he wants to get back to it, and we'll see where we get as far as a back. But as long as we have that mindset and that willingness, and that's going to be our calling card, and we're going to lean on it. Yeah. That's what he needs now. Everybody got to come up. Now we got 8-9 in the box.
Yeah,
and he's really effective there.
Yeah, I think so, man. The more play action that he gets, it's got to be set up by the success of the run. But the more he gets, man, I think we're going to see better numbers from him. And I think we won't see as many INTs as well.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. That will be great.
Yes, sir. But there you go, Cowboy Nation. We wanted to hear from number 4, our leader out there at the quarterback, and we're hearing good things. Looks like his rehab and everything is on pace. We're going to pivot and get into segment 2.
What we got?
We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about the contract situation. Let's talk about the contracts, man, because Micah Parsons is right on his way. We got to spend some money. We'll talk about some dates.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about some ways that maybe we can crunch some money and save us some money so we can be players in this free agency.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
More to come, Cowboy Nation. We'll be right back at you.
Let's do it. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
So, you think Jerry going to have his wallet open in free agency?
No, sir.
So
I'm just going by recent.
Yeah, that's all you really can. That's what you got to go on. Yeah. But it has been recent talks. Stephen Jones coming out and saying that he recognizes now that the blueprint that they've got over there with the Eagles and how it's an urgency to win now and how they feel like they're going to be big players in free agency. That's the first time I've heard him say that. Out. Verbally. No, I'm talking about Jerry. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Steven as far as saying that they're going to be in it. So I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I think you're already leaning towards no.
Right, like I said, man, I will believe it when I see it because he said all in last year and left it at that. So what do you think all in means? But then later on in the offseason, all in means we're gonna keep our guys. What? I thought that's what we were going to do anyway. And I'm looking now and I'm reading on the DallasCowboys.com that we can save if we restructure Dak. We could generate $37 million in cap space. We do the same thing with CD. That's another $20 million. Then we sign Micah, and that could save us another $18 million.
That's facts.
Facts. I know.
That's facts, and that's what we
over $75 million.
$90 million when you get into redoing Trayvon Diggs, and there was one other player that they were looking to redo. There could be about $90 million in savings for the 25-year. Couple good things, couple bad things. When you're doing that, you're not doing anything but kicking that down the road.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? So you're going to eat that. You know what I'm saying? Not on the front end, but definitely
one way
on
or
the
the
back
other.
end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you got in contracts like Dak where you got void years. You know what I mean? Where his void years are removed. You know what I mean? So that means that if we were to get rid of him for some reason he left, then that money we would, we would have his, money that we would owe. So, and it would go against us on the cap. And you got CD Lamb, who you can just do on the front end, just do a deal, basically restructure and give him a signing bonus, and save 20 on there. What I'm saying is that this is the formula if you're going to be players in the free agency. These are the type of things that you've got to do. And I think we've done a good job of moving money before, but what did we do with it?
That's what I'm saying. We can make some things happen.
Absolutely.
But are we going to sign Micah early? Are we going to sign him late? Who knows what we're going to do with him? Because I know we got something later, but I would love to say yes because we still have part of that money got to go to Osa. Osa's going to cost us at least $20 million a year.
Yeah,
if we want to keep him.
I was hearing that it was, something that we had to do. It was do or die. And now I'm hearing that they're talking that maybe they won't do it because they feel like what they would have to pay him. And I'm thinking a tag is like, $20 million a season?
Can't tag him.
Can't tag him?
No, don't do that. I wouldn't.
Okay. Well, let's say we don't tag him. We don't tag him. We give him his money. I think it'll be about 20 around there. You know what I'm saying? Is what he's probably going to command on the market. And that's probably what you could get two, free agents for. You know what I mean, to come in for 10 million is
Quality.
probably good. I think good quality.
Because the boy from I want that man from Eagles. If we're gonna lose Osa, I just don't want bodies.
But see,
man.
we don't know if I don't know if the Eagles is gonna bring him back or not. I mean, it's a possibility in his campaign.
I'm hoping
they're paying
not.
the two big hogs up there.
Yeah,
on that D line.
Yeah, because Jalen Carter's he's going to command some money, man.
Mm-hmm. 2.3 million, 2.38 million right now over the cap. What we looking at? So we've got to get slim. You know what I'm saying? We got to knock off some pounds in order to be able to get some free agents. There are some free agents, and my philosophy always is with the draft. Why not go out and take care of your needs early when free agency pops off? Mm-hmm. So then, when you get into the draft, you've got a lot of those things on your board already covered.
Your needs narrow down. Mm-hmm. You can focus, a little bit more. I'm with that, man. But we haven't done anything intelligent outside of the clay and some of the choices in a while.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I really don't expect if it happens. If we are players, I'm more than ecstatic. I mean, I'm tired of being players like everybody's taking up and like, oh, you still out there? Oh, yeah. How much you? Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm tired of that, man. I want to be,
Yeah, I mean, I think the Joneses are stubborn. You know what I mean? But I don't play them to just be stupid. So I'm saying, you see the Eagles go to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, I think it was, right?
Absolutely.
You get what, 2 out of the 3? I mean, 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. Mm-hmm.
So, but you're there. 2 out of 3 seasons is something you ain't been able to do in 30 years. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, you got to see the blueprint. You got to understand what's allowing this team to be successful. They're in your division. And if you want to compete, you know what I mean? You want to keep fans happy, people in the stands or whatever, you gotta do something different. So I'm optimistic. I'm Mr. Optimistic.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping.
I need that, man.
You know what I mean? I could be a fool.
Yeah. I'm hoping that.
But I am hoping that these guys, are able to be, able to make moves in free agency and get some things done before we go into the draft. Just a quick note on that restructuring was Trayvon Diggs and Terrence Steele could add 5.8, 9.6 million. So there you go. So all those numbers in there could get you up over 90 million in cap
Terrence
space.
Steele definitely needs to be
giving some money back.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Now. Run blocking. Mm-hmm. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And he was a lot better at his pass rushing. I think just it seems like since the ACL, he hasn't been able to get back to where he is. And that's something we'll talk about when we start talking about the draft prospects. There's some people out there, some pieces that maybe with seeing what the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line did to Kansas City in the Super Bowl, you might want to think about, if you want to win your division, being able to block them boys up front.
Oh yeah.
Because that was nasty.
Mm-hmm. We got to find somebody for Zach. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So Schotty's got his vision is all together. We'll talk about it in just a second.
Let's go do it.
So it's done came together.
Yeah.
Brian Schottenheimer has put together his full coaching staff, offensive and defensive, and it looks like the guy has knocked it out the park.
Oh, he
did a very good job.
He's done a great job, man. And as many years in the league, he's made a lot of relationships with coaches, and I guess he's obviously well respected. That guys would be willing and ready to work for him like this, man. So.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think we got, like we talked about in our previous show, we've got some young talent in there. Mm-hmm. Some energetic guys, some guys that are really specialized in the run game. Mm-hmm. I think we've got some guys that also will be able to lead us in the passing game. There was one coach that came in late that got a lot of attention, some negative attentions from Cowboy fans and around the Cowboy Nation, and that was Ken Dorsey. I'd like to get your thoughts of him being added. And I know his role is not going to be anything. I think he's going to be more of a film guy, kind of help with putting games together.
Yeah, I mean, it's just having some more eyes, some experienced eyes, and it's giving him a chance to, get back stay involved because he's had a couple of stints not as successful. He was pretty good in Buffalo, but not as successful at Cleveland. So that's good. He's experienced, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. But I'm gonna tell you, I really like a couple of guys, man.
Okay.
What's Lunda Wells? I'm really pleased that we brought him back.
Okay.
And obviously the guys are too on the team, and Junior Adams.
Yeah.
Junior Adams, the receiver coach from Oregon. I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the table, and just bring some fresh ideas to the receiving room, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You can tell by the smile on my face. I'm excited about that one as too, and maybe a possibility that Cooper from the Rams, Cooper Kupp, might be able to come over because those guys have a they have a relationship. He used to coaching. Yeah, he used to coaching, and I was reading a tweet that he had put out a while ago, and he was talking about how the detail that he taught him about how to run routes and how to get open. I'm just thinking, man, maybe even some of those younger guys that we got who hadn't developed under the last regime. Maybe we get some coaches in there like that. We talked about last week Clayton Adams, very excited about him. And Connor Riley. Those two guys are on the offensive side of the ball, are really exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So, Cowboy Nation, I think
we're committed to the run.
Yes, sir. I think we're going to be committed to the run. I think we're going to have some more excitement coming from that side of the ball, and also not being as predictable. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's something we ain't seen for a few, man.
That's right. Talk about that defense. Let's do it, man. So we have made the switch over, man, to Matt Eberflus as the defensive coordinator. Like we talked about, he's been with the Cowboys previously, assistant coaches in a long stint there. Andre Curtis, defensive pass coordinator, and also going to coach the safeties. That's a new one that I'm excited about. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He's been able to do a very good job with putting together game plans to stop teams with the passing game.
That's great.
See, we talked about David Overstreet is going to be coming over from the Bears.
Yes, sir.
We like him as that corner coach.
Yes,
what you think about Dave Berganzi, linebacker coach? Yeah, he's going to be our linebacker coach.
Yeah. I mean, he was he's another guy that Eberflus bringing over from the Bears.
Yes, sir.
So, and I guess he was with him. He was with Eberflus with the coach too. So, somebody who knows what the defensive coach wants to do on that side of the ball, and obviously Eberflus trusts that he's continued to stay with him.
Yeah, I think the Bears didn't have bad defenses.
No.
They always had. That was one thing that kept them in the game. And then we got a guy coming over from New York.
That's all. Hey, man, I was about to call
say
something about him. Oh, you talking about the Giants?
Defensive line, Aaron Whitecott.
Jets.
For the Jets, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. And
from the other New York team.
Yeah, and the Jets defensive line has been pretty good. Quentin Williams has been, so I'm excited. And hopefully we'll give him somebody within the defensive tackles that he can work with, because we can real low on that.
So as you can see there, Cowboys Nation, we put together a nice defensive squad there, offense as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how these coaches get in there, how they get with their groups, you know what I mean, and how they coach them up, because that's what it's all about. You can have talent, but if you don't get those guys to play up to their full ability and to buy in to what you're trying to get accomplished, then it won't work.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. So, man, I was messing around on NFL.com and was playing around with their little simulator. Just wanted to see how things would fall, man, a couple of times. So, ran it one time, and right before Genty came up, 49ers took him. At the 11th pick, and I went with Luther Burden. He was available at the 12th pick. But, just looking back, I was thinking about how things fall, man. You never know who's going to be there. So I wanted to start taking a look at a few players that I think that are going to be possibilities around at that 12th position. And I looked at a few players, and we'll do this throughout the show as we build towards the draft. We'll look at different players. So this is by no means our big board or anything like that. It's just some players that I feel like that may fit our need, that may be available around that pick. So first off, I was taking a look at was Josh Simmons.
Okay.
Tackle from here in the in the Cat.
State. Yes, sir.
6'5", 310, athletic offensive tackle. And the thing that jumped out to me on his tape was his ability to be able to, on quick screen routes,
Get out there.
and you know what I mean, and be able to get down the field and make blocks, and not a lot of holding penalties with a big guy like that down the field.
Right. Yeah, you know, we'll see how he returns from his injury. He missed only played 6 games this year, so we'll see how he returns. But right, he's definitely interesting, you know, for us, because of course, if we get that tackle, then what are we going to slide still inside, or what do we? I mean, you know, we still gotta. And he's a left tackle, so are we gonna move your boy over to the right side, because that's what he was all through college, even though he didn't play. You know,
You talking about Guyton?
yes, sir.
Yeah. I remember you told me, being an Oklahoma guy, you used to see him quite a bit, that he played on the right side.
Absolutely.
And maybe something that maybe naturally he could go there. Maybe you know, since he's such a better run blocker, maybe running him a little bit at guard to see maybe if that might be a fit.
Right.
But that's a guy that we'll, take a look at the film and see what we think, how he fits in there. But another one is going to be Alfred Collins. That is a defensive tackle from out of Texas. Big boy, 6'5", 326 pounds. Thing I liked about him on the film was it didn't matter if you tried to block him with 2, if you tried to trap him. He's just so active with his hands, man, getting off tackles. And then a lot of times you'll see him run down the field on screens and make tackles, down the field.
Absolutely, man. He's a run stuffer. You know what I mean? He struggles with the pad. Don't expect him to get sacks or give you a good rush on the pass. No, that's not him. But as far as defending the run, and like you said, taking a double and using his hands and getting off, that's the guy you want, man.
Do you think watching him, because that was one thing I saw, it maybe had been to get early in the season against lesser teams on the film, he was able to get back there and disrupt a little bit, get a couple sacks. Do you think that's something that maybe he has the potential to do? Because he seems like he's a pretty fast guy getting off the ball.
Yeah, he does. But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why, he didn't. Because that's I've been reading, trying to figure it out, and that's what they said. His problem was no pass rush.
Okay.
I'm looking average first step explosion.
Okay. Okay.
So
that's something that we have to take in consideration, because when you're looking at it, you're starting to break these guys down. One of the things that I feel like we need is a defensive tackle who can also bring a pass rush.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because when you getting that pushback right in his face,
that boy from.
Then you got Michael on that edge. You can't go nowhere.
That boy from the Eagles.
I like that.
Williams.
I like that. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you lead that when we get into our free agency here, probably in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So another guy I want to talk about on the defensive side of the ball is Walter Nolan. Defensive tackle, defensive tackle there from Ole Miss.
From Ole Miss.
Yeah, 6'3".
Texas A&M.
Yeah, 6'3". I think he's right around 304, 305, and he got a lot bigger. In his earlier years, he wasn't as big, man. Struggled a little bit, with some double teams and like that. But he's got that size. He didn't lose any of his speed, and man, he's really had a great season. And Ole Miss's defense was really stellar.
Ole Miss defense was pretty
good. It was really stellar, man.
Yeah.
And one of the things about him is that he really shined out. Shined in the Senior Bowl.
Okay.
So he had a really good performance there. But we'll take a look at him, and we'll continue bringing you some of these guys that we feel like could be potential drafts in the first round. We'll build it up, get some second round, third round, and start to build this thing out as we get closer.
There it is.
Sir. Cowboy Nation, we appreciate you. It's been fun, man. We're going to get ready to get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Talk about a few dates Talk about a few dates real quick. What we got, Coach, as far as free agency? Free agency is coming up. That's
we start the franchise this week. We got the free agency starting, I believe, want to say March 2nd.
Let's see. We got the NFL Combine kicks off February 24th.
Yeah.
You got free agency tampering begins March 10th.
Okay.
And mark your calendar, Cowboys fans. Micah's 5th-year option deadline is May the 1st. So this offseason isn't just pivotal. This offseason is going to be a deal breaker if we don't take care of business. So it's critical that we do what we got to do. Coach, take us up out of here with some parting shots, man.
I'm going to keep it on the positive, man. Season is over. We're about to, beginning of March, starts a new NFL year. So everybody's 0-0. So, man, talk that talk again, man. You know, everybody's 0-0, and we don't have to back it up until September. So we got about 7 months till we got to back up that. So feel good. Have your chest out. Be a Cowboy fan. Schottenheimer, he might not be great with the hire, but he's got great assistance. So we got a chance.
There we go. Like Coach said, one thing I'll say is I saw a lot of y'all out there burning jerseys and talking about you was finally, you know what I mean, no longer a Cowboy fan.
Don't do that.
Yeah. What do you say, Coach?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. We out.